Well, we're here with Bethany Dugan and Nathan Rotulski, and they're going to give us a ukulele lesson.
This is a tune that I just learned from him yesterday. I really love this tune. Having our little porch lesson.
That's right. We're
Learning some blues.
all right. Perfect.
Nice. All right.
Is that part of your entourage?
No, I'm just waving at people.
Hi guys.
Okay.
All right. So, this song is called St. James Infirmary.
Yeah.
It's kind of an old, it's called a dirge, one of those old Western-sounding ones that would be played in the parlor type things.
Yeah.
Just to give a preview of it, it's going to go a little something like this. It was down in old Joe's barroom at the corner by the square. The drinks were served as usual, and the usual crowd was there. So that's how it's going to go.
Okay. Okay.
The first chord we're going to learn is an A minor. So we're going to take our middle finger, put it on the 2nd fret of the 4th string. We count the strings 1, 2, 3, 4, just for comfort's sake. So middle finger is going to go on the 2nd fret, right up here on the 4th. Well, we all give that a strum. Perfect. And then in E7, we take our, from bottom to top now, our ring finger goes on the 2nd fret of the 1st string. Perfect. We're going to skip this string here. Middle finger is going to go right here on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. And then our pointer finger is going to go on the 1st fret of the 4th string. Yeah, let's all get that strum, get comfortable with that. And then back to the A minor. Yep.
Oh, and then during the A minor, during the A minor, your pointer finger is here, so it's
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
A little trick. We can keep
I
our
learned this today.
we can keep our pointer finger down on the 1st fret there, and we can just pivot along with it, just like that, because that allows us to switch between chords really quickly. Perfect. And then can I see the E7? Perfect.
Yay.
The only other chord in this song are an F and a C. So to get to the F, we're going to play our A minor, and then we're going to take our pointer finger, and we're just going to put it on the 1st fret of the 2nd string. Perfect. And that leads us right into our C, which is all strings open, and then our middle finger on the 3rd fret up there, up on the 1st string. Perfect. So, the way the song's going to be laid out is we're going to do 2 strums on A minor in the E7. I'll write numbers above these. 2, 2, 4, 2, 4. Yeah. So let's just go through that first line, okay? We're gonna go on my count. 1, 2, ready, go.
Down in old Joe's barn,
1, 2, 3.
at the corner by the square.
That's it.
The drinks were
Then
served
E7.
as usual.
Then E minor for 2. Then E7.
From my love, Sir Bishop McKennedy, his eyes
completely
One
okay.
right.
That was
That-
F again.
Oh yeah. Boop. So you take the I minor and you add a friend.
Oh, just add
Yeah.
the second
Mhm.
string.
You got it.
And we can even write the chords out here just so it's a bit.
It's the same thing every time. It's just easier to not even think about the words or anything else. Lowest progression.
2,
Perfect.
4, and then 2, 4. Yeah, now on my left stood Big Joe McKennedy. His eyes were bloodshot red, and as he looked at the gang around him, these were very words he said. I went down to the St. James Infirmary. I saw my baby there, stretched out on a long black table. So young, so cold, so fair. 17 cold black horses, hitched to a rubber tire hat. 7 girls going to the graveyard. Only 6 of them are coming back. Well, let her go, God bless her. Wherever she may be, she may search this wide world over and never find a man like me. Yeah.
Yay!
So who's gonna do the solo?
If you want to get some solos going,
Yeah,
we can
we
totally
can.
do that. Solos
Sure.
are just scales, so if you want, we can learn a little scale pattern. That's
Let's do it.
all right. So, just for the sake of ease, let's all go to our 7th fret. It's going to be the second dot on all of our fretboards. Perfect. Yeah. So, it's going to play exactly like a guitar for guitar players. We're going to walk. Yeah. We're already piecing it together. Yeah.
Hey!
If you want, it sounds like you've already got like kind of an ear for the fretboards. So if you want, we can just play the chord progression. You can kind of
Let's do
go
it.
crazy.
Yeah.
Let's let the experts do it first.
All right. All right.
Well, he's the finger picking expert.
If we want to get that chord progression going, we can just kind of
Yeah, let's just do it.
go through. It's really just a matter of scales.
C, 2, 3, 4, A minor, E7. Want to switch off?
No.
tip for soloing, especially to a song like this. Really, if you play anywhere along the dotted strings, you're gonna sound good.
Yeah.
And then I'm sure as guitarists, you guys know how to bend your strings. Bending strings with a uke makes a completely different sound because they're nylon.
Yeah.
You can bend them like a lot.
If you want to learn, like the
Yeah,
A minor,
let's go to
G,
the next one.
All right, cool.
F, and then
awesome.
E forever.
All right, so we already know all these chords. It's going to be an A minor. It's that.
Stray cat strut.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Deep, 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 deep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's pick up the chords to this real quick. We're going to start off on our A minor, which, just as a reminder, is our middle finger on the 2nd fret of the 4th string. And then we're going to go to a G. As a reminder, we're going to take our middle finger and we're going to put it on the 2nd fret of the 1st string. We're going to take our ring finger and put it on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. That's the 3rd string, so right there, perfect. And then we're going to take our pointer finger and we're going to put it on the 2nd fret.
Kind of like the D on guitar, right?
It's a D on a guitar.
Yeah.
Yep, perfect. And then the next chord that we would go to after the G would be an F. And then to that E7 that we learned. Perfect.
Yeah.
So let's go through and give each chord 2 strums. And just as a reminder, it's going to go A minor, G, then to F, and then to the E7.
Yeah.
Too small. Or by figure small.
They got a size bigger than this too.
Do
which
they?
Is, yeah, it's
Oh,
the
wait.
baritone ukes.
I was gonna say, but those are different tunes, though.
But you can get them in standard tune.
Can you?
Yeah, we've got one at Willowbrook that's like that. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
A minor,
Yep.
G,
G, and then to the F, and then to the E7. Perfect. And we do the E7 because we're lazy and
It's gnarly.
E naturals are just kind of
too
just
hard.
So you're up to the 4th fret on that.
yeah. We could play it like that with a bar chord, but then there's one down here that's also just kind of a
The
monster.
bar chord was on the 4th fret.
Yeah, so it's barring the 4th, and then we walk up 3 frets from that bar.
Take a C and
The
move it
5th
up.
fret would be an F. An F.
Yep, here's our F. Perfect.
I was watching some guy play a ukulele, Reverend James song,
Mhm.
and he was playing in the key of F.
Oh yeah.
So,
So you could just kind of walk around from there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So all of these have just been kind of, our standard chords. In my personal opinion, the thing that makes the ukulele kind of a unique instrument from, something like a guitar, where a guitar's got much more of a range, much more of a full sound. The ukulele sound comes from not the chords, but the strumming. If you watch any of the good ukulele or really experienced ukulele players out there, they just do all sorts of variations with their strumming. It's never just with a pick and just they throw in things like this. We can start to try and learn this if we want. It's called a triple strum. It'll sound like this. When it's faster.
I'm still learning how to strum.
That's okay. That's completely fair.
Wait, what are you doing? I don't even know what you're doing.
Oh, so for a triple strum, since the ukulele is mainly played with our fingers, we would take our hand and making this kind of motion, just like flicking, right? We would flick down across all 3 of the strings, and then we would come up with our thumb, and then we would pull up with our pointer finger. So let's flick down with our pointer finger. Yeah, exactly, like that.
This kind of.
Yeah, actually, you've got good motion for it. Perfect. Yeah, so let's flick down with our pointer finger, just like this. Yeah, and the trick to it, I learned a few years ago, is to make sure your thumb goes past this string. Make sure your thumb comes all the way down past it. And then you flick up with your thumb, and then you pull up with your pointer
Oh
finger.
my gosh.
It's a
Down, up, down,
Oh, it's like a down, up, up.
exactly.
But it's all one motion as you're coming out, though?
Exactly. Perfect. So that it would be flicking down with our pointer, up and up.
Those are separate motions.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I like.
As it becomes more comfortable, we start going from
So it starts at the down with the index, down,
Oh, that's nice.
up, up,
exactly.
down, up, up.
And it's such an alien motion because when are we ever doing that in any other instrument
Where
stuff?
I'll know.
But stuff like that is really what sets the ukulele apart. And this is my favorite instrument, so we'll get a little bit into it. But yeah.
Okay.
So what would you call the mechanics like a normal strum though? So you do kind of this thing. I do more of like a classical guitar style strum. Like just a normal, absolutely normal, stupid normal strum.
Well, my standard strum's probably not really correct because I was also self-taught. I started out just throwing all of my fingers at the strings just like that because the ukulele was actually the first stringed instrument that made sense to me. But I just kind of threw all my fingers at it. It was just kind of a jumbled mess. But the traditional ukulele strum is we can all learn this together actually. So if you reach out as if you were to open up a door, twisting a doorknob, right? That kind of rotation that your arm is doing is exactly the motion that we'd be doing on the uke. But we're going to stick out all of our fingers just like that and keep our pointer finger just kind of out like that, just kind of floppy, but not weak. Our finger is essentially going to be the pick. So if you think about how a pick goes across the guitar strings, it comes at it at an angle, and it comes up at an angle. It never hooks under the strings, right? Because that wouldn't make a good sound. So if we keep that motion, that doorknob twisting motion, and come over here, exactly, we can just let our finger brush real lightly over the strings.
Are you using your thumb at all though?
Not for this. Because the uke is a really kind of light-hearted instrument. We want to be real light with it. Can we go to a G after this? And then to an A minor. And then to an F. And then back to the C. And then to the G. And to the A minor. And then we're going to go to the F. Perfect. Of course, now I'm blanking on any song that goes with this chord progression.
It's
But
like every song.
every song. So many that it's hard to keep track of them.
Oh, wait a minute.
And then it goes to the F. Let's see. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 G. And then to the A minor. To the F. And then to the C. Then to the G. Gonna go to the A minor. Back to the C. And to the G. Nice. To the A minor. And then to the F. Perfect. Yeah. Just a little tip. I can't remember if it's the same on guitar. I know it's not the same on bass. But when we press down on the frets, we want to press like as close to the center.
Yeah.
Oh, the center.
The
Yeah.
center. Cool.
Tell us about your ukulele.
So this ukulele is actually, this one was actually custom built for me. It's not. It's way more fancy than I deserve, but
It's got some pickups on the side
yeah.
there.
So
Yeah.
everybody always seems to be like, oh wow, ukuleles can be plugged into amps, but yeah, this one's actually an acoustic electric. So if I want to, I can plug it into an amplifier,
Yeah, cool.
put it through some like pedals, and I don't think there's any sound I've heard that's more odd than ukulele through distortion.
Ah,
Yeah, like Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah, like
Jimi
start
Hendrix,
playing
yeah.
some like heavy rock or some metal or
Yeah.
something on a ukulele, and it will blow people's minds away.
And of course, we both
I can see
really
why.
like having the straps on ours. Mine is a genuine Willowbrook Camp made strap with bells. This is a
Handmade
nice strap.
By an artisan
By
of sorts.
me, actually.
But yeah, so just a little rundown. I'm a wood guy. I love
Yeah.
all the different types of woods that instruments can be made out of. This is made out of cocobolo,
Oh, nice.
which is a wood that's native to Nicaragua, which is where this one was
It's
actually
like the
made.
world's hardest wood or something.
It's actually a fairly soft wood.
Oh wow.
But it produces a really nice, warm sort of tone, like versus a harder wood like mahogany, for instance, which would produce more of a. Well, I think that's a
This
laminate.
is particle board.
Particle board.
probably.
And
This was bought in Hawaii. I'm not sure what wood.
it looks like mango.
It starts on G.
Little Russia, in Kealakekua, Hawaii. Do-do-do-do-do. And D. Wanna be. Oh,
B.
D7 is pretty hard. I mean,
B
I
is-
usually just cheat it to G. We're
Oh,
doing
G.
D. So G-A-D. Gad.
Gad.
Oh, yeah.
Gad.
G-A.
That's a D7.
D.
A D7 is a harder chord. It's a bar chord, and it sounds like this.
I have tendonitis, so I can't do barred chords. I'm just gonna do the D.
Yeah, exactly. So we just bar 2, and then
Make sure you're more near the center of the.
Oh,
there you go. I know it's habit.
and you guys have played before, so bar chords are just like right off the bat. But normally, if bar chords are too hard, we would go just to a straight up D, which is just for your guys' knowledge. Basically, just 2, 2, 2 open from top to bottom. 5, 6, 7, 8, D7.
There's a new chord after this.
All right. So the next chord, it's going to be a B7. We're going to bar the 2nd fret.
Oh, really? Oh, I just do that.
Oh, you played them like that? Yeah, no. So we bar the
Yeah, okay,
2nd,
cool.
and we would take our middle finger and put it on what's essentially now the 1st fret of the 3rd string. Perfect. Exactly. It's a B minor 7
Oh.
versus this, which is a B major 7.
Oh.
But they're just variations and all that. So,
So it's bar plus this one.
perfect.
And then,
You want to try it from the beginning?
The E7
oh,
was.
let's see.
Tell us about the E7 again. Is
Oh,
it
yeah.
E7 is going to be our ring
the
finger.
same one?
Yeah, exactly.
That same E7 are
And then the A7 was here.
Oh, that's an A minor, so
Sorry.
an A7's even easier. So if we just take our ring finger and put it on the 1st fret of the 3rd string, or pointer finger, sorry. That's an A7. One of those super easy, nice chords.
And then the D7 was.
Not as easy
Thing
one.
that I can't do. You
Okay.
Well,
Right.
is it-
just kind
Before we
of
start singing, let's just
chunk our way through.
yeah, let's just strum through it. We'll just do straight, just like single strums. I've written the number of strums next to there. I think most of
Oh,
these
that's
get
what
8.
it is.
Oh!
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not putting my glass.
So, let's start from the top. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. To the D7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. To the G.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
To the B7. Sounds great. Where are we?
E7. 1, 2, 2, A7. A7. 2, 1, 2,
To the D7.
5, 6, 7. G.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A. To D7. 3, 4, 5, 6. B7. Oop, that one's a little bit of a change up.
7.
Let's
Do you
just
want
stick
A
I'm just,
to-
seven?
yeah,
It's
I just
seven.
got through
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Get to the third part
So
there.
G.
The third part is it won't be long.
There it is.
It won't be long. A grand D7.
I'm just a little Hawaiian now.
A7.
Oh, we don't switch there. I don't know why that's there.
That was meant to be.
Oops.
Let's
Just
just.
switch a little later.
Yeah.
Yeah, a minute later.
I think it's all eights, isn't it, Nathan? I think it's all eights.
It's all eights.
Yeah, it's all eights.
Just a little Hawaiian and homesick island boy. And
I
go
want
back
to
to
go back to my fishing boy. I want to go back to my little grass shack. In Kealakekua, Hawaii.
That's a D7 there.
Where the huma huma nuka nuka apua go swimming by.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Where the huma huma nuka nuka apua go swimming by.
Another thing, just to give the ukulele a bit more of a sound, if we hold out that G shape,
Yeah.
we can just give it one strum and just slide the finger up after each strum. Yep, and really get like nice and aggressive with that strum to make it as loud and resonant as possible. Yeah.
Alright, let me see if I have this. So there's G, A, D7, Did you sing that part?
Como mai no kaua ike halawala kahau.
I thought I heard
The
that.
question is, can we sing that
No.
part? No, I
It
can't.
took a
Como
minute
mai no
to
kaui.
Ika hale wela kahau. Como mai no kaua ike hale wela kahau. I wanna be with all the colors and the evenings that I used to know. Long, long ago. Oh, I can hear the old guitars are playing on that beach at Ho'onau. Oh, I can hear the old Hawaiian saying, "Como mai no kaua ike alawela kau." It won't be long till my ship will be sailing back to Kona. Oh, it's a grand old place that's always fair to see. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, I'm just a little Hawaiian and a homesick kind of boy. I wanna go back to my fishing boy. I wanna go back to my little grass shack in Kealakekua, Hawaii. Ooh, where the huma huma nuka nuka apua go swimming by. Where the huma huma nuka nuka apua go swimming by.
Gives it a little fun.
We want to thank Bethany and Nathan for an amazing porch lesson on ukulele here in Sellwood at suitsmefine.org.